Hey everyone, it's Blaine with Seven Sons and Gray's Cart. I'm at Seven Sons for the last 12 years. We've operated a buying club business, delivering to all of our different buying club locations. And so we've been through a lot of different types of delivery equipment over the years, a lot of them low cost. So I'm going to go through some of these different options that we use as we're getting started. And again, you're going to find many of them are low cost. So this may hopefully prove helpful for you as I kind of go through our history of different types of equipment that we use. The first thing that we started off with is a chest freezer in the back of the truck. So, folks, don't overcomplicate it when you're getting started, and maybe not prepared to put a whole lot of capital into delivery equipment and to take on that risk. Don't overcomplicate it. We just put our chest freezer in the back of the truck, and away we went. Matter of fact, a few of our locations that we delivered to at first, we just put the orders in just some small coolers and put the coolers in the back of the truck, or even in the back of the minivan, and just got started with something for that first year and start developing a customer base so we could eventually look at other options. So what we did next, and this is what Nourished by Nature, Paul and Gabe Brown out in Bismarck, they're using a cargo trailer with freezers inside of it, and that's exactly what we did as well. We purchased I think it was around a 14-foot cargo trailer. We could fit 5 chest freezers in it, and that worked very well for us. We'd simply plug the freezers in the night before, load up all the product, and next morning we'd unplug the freezers and go off on our deliveries. Never had a problem with product staying down to temp. Everything stayed nice and frozen, and that worked really well and was low cost. Just some pros and cons here. With the cargo trailer, you're talking a low upfront investment. You can generally find a good used cargo trailer for $2,000 to $3,000. Not much more for a new trailer. Nice thing about a cargo trailer, it's multi-purpose. You probably can find other uses for it around the farm. And of course, the resale value on cargo trailers are generally pretty good. So pretty low risk investment really to get into something like this. I know a lot of other farms doing this. For us, the limitation was just the amount of space. We could only fit, obviously, as many orders that would fit into 5 chest freezers. So that was our biggest limitation. The other limitation was space and maneuverability. A lot of our buying clubs are at in residential locations and at home driveways. So a truck and trailer setup, you just have some maneuverability considerations to think about, and just the general liability of pulling a trailer. You're talking about twice as many tires as if you were just had a truck or a van. And I know I can, from personal experience, change some tires on the road when we had trailers. So just something to think about there. What we ended up doing when we needed more space for especially our fall deliveries, we actually just ended up renting reefer trucks from Ryder. Not a bad deal, about $200 a day, and we could go out and make a nice big delivery with the truck. So zero upfront capital, obviously, when we're renting a truck. We had plenty of space. The trucks were very reliable, so never had to worry about reliability issues with renting from Ryder. The only downside to this is if you're making deliveries weekly, or maybe if you're doing every 2-week deliveries, obviously renting a truck probably wouldn't be the best economic scenario for you. So again, this worked well for us because as we had a few large deliveries in the fall or certain times of year, we just rent the truck, and that really allowed us to keep our capital free as we were trying to grow our business as time would allow and money would allow and resources. Something to keep in mind if you're going to rent a Ryder truck: availability and scheduling. A lot of times in the fall, Ryder gets pretty booked up, so you want to keep that in mind. You may or may not be close to a Ryder depot, so that might change whether this would be a good option for you. With a truck this size, it's kind of difficult to get up and down when you're pulling your orders at the delivery location. So we found that it was best to have 2 people in the truck to make deliveries. One to be up in the truck pulling orders, the other one to be carting orders off to the customers' cars. So just a limitation with a bigger truck like that, higher off the ground. And plus, with a bigger truck like this, you're going to have DOT regulations. Your driver needs to have a health card. You're going to have to plan in time to stop at any way stations you're going by. Just the nature of a truck this size. And also, Of course, when you have Ryder, renting a Ryder truck, the branding obviously isn't ideal with Ryder on the side of the trucks. Just not the best for customer branding, but still, this served as a very uh, good option for us um, to have at our disposal. Next thing we did, after a few years, we purchased our own reefer truck used. And this wasn't the prettiest looking thing, but we sure were proud of it at the time. And again, here's a picture of it at one of the delivery locations. Again, with a truck this size, a little hard to get in and out of at the delivery location. On the upside, it was a low upfront investment. We had about $5,000 to $6,000 in this used unit, so not bad at all. We had plenty of space. Um, on the downside, DOT compliance and weigh stations, all that. Any truck that's over 10,000 pounds gross weight, you're going to have those compliance things to think about. Um, with buying a used reefer truck and unit like that, our reliability was not the best. Constantly had the truck in the shop and constantly had Thermo King out to service the unit to keep it running. So that wasn't the best. We were spending quite a bit in service on that, and then still a truck that size, maneuverability and space requirement for parking the driveway, not ideal for getting into residential locations. And when you're buying a used reefer truck unit like that, don't expect a whole lot for your resale value. But what we ended up doing is we knew we needed a little better footprint, so we actually went back to a cargo trailer, but instead we bought a cargo trailer that was insulated and had refrigeration on it, and that's worked really well. And again, the great thing about a trailer is that as long as you have a fairly reliable truck around the farm that you maybe pull the livestock trailer with, you can use that same capital investment in that truck to just pull your trailer. So this worked out for us for several years. We purchased our trailer from a company called Cold to Go Trailers, but there are several other companies across the country making trailers like this. Polar King is another one. We found this to be very good, very clean interior design, and the generator on front so we could run the refrigeration unit when we were going down the road. Um, Not too bad of an upfront investment, about $14,000 is what we had in our 14-foot trailer. Prices are probably a little bit more today, but not a whole lot. We had plenty of space. And a nice thing about a freezer trailer with the refrigeration equipment on it, the refrigeration equipment is the same equipment that would be on a walk-in freezer or cooler. So this trailer actually doubles as on-site cold storage. So once you park the trailer back at the farm, you just plug it in to a power source and runs just as efficient as any walk-in freezer or cooler. So that's a good thing to keep in mind as especially if you need something just to get product to and from your processor and a place to store it at the farm. Great multi-use tool as far as that goes. And the reliability was great, and it was low maintenance. Anytime we did have an issue, we could just call a local refrigeration repair company. We didn't have to call Carrier or Thermo King, so that saved us a lot. We really didn't have the DOT or weigh station requirements given it was a smaller trailer, so that was a benefit. Again, the cons, the drawbacks to a trailer is just the maneuverability and the space. Again, you just can't put any driver in a truck and trailer. You must have to have somebody that knows how to back it up and take care of a truck and trailer unit like that. Another limitation was that it was poor gas mileage, pulling a trailer and running the generator at the same time. We never got over 10 miles per gallon on that unit, so just something to keep in mind. Also, running a generator was kind of loud, especially when you got into residential locations. So we'd always try to turn it off as quick as possible when we got into the home driveways and into the housing additions. So, and again, with a trailer, you just have your general liabilities of maintaining and pulling a trailer. So that's just something to think about. But the freezer trailer was a great option for us early on, so I definitely recommend it, depending upon what stage you are in your business. Now, what we did next is that we sold the cargo trailer, and the nice thing about the cargo trailer, even with the insulation and the reefer equipment on the cargo trailer, it brought a great resale value. and so that was a good thing. And so what we ended up doing was buying a used Sprinter van, and what we were trying to get at was better maneuverability, more compact size, and better fuel mileage as well. So not a whole lot for an upfront investment for a van that we purchased our first one. It had 100,000 miles on it, and we were able to get in that right around the 18 to $20,000 range. And what we found is that it actually ended up saving us money because of the increased fuel efficiency of 18 to 20 miles per gallon. It's almost double what we were getting before, and so we were able to make that upfront investment back over time with the miles. So, and with this truck, great. We had plenty of space, compact design, great maneuverability, great for hiring any driver pretty much to drive the truck compared to the having to pull a trailer. These trucks are easy for anybody to get in and know how to drive and maintain it and take care of it. So we really like the Sprinter van setup that comes with the Reefer. One problem we had with buying the used Sprinter van, and what you have with buying anything used, is reliability and maintenance. So that was the main drawback to the Sprinter van. Was the used Sprinter van was just reliability and maintenance. We were spending quite a bit and keeping the truck running it on the road. Matter of fact, the first two Sprinter vans that we had, we ended up putting a new engine in one and a new transmission in the other. So just what you get with used equipment. And compared to the larger trucks that we had before, we did run into some weight capacity issues on our biggest deliveries. So that's just something to keep in mind, but nothing you can't plan around. So we like the Sprinter van footprint so well, we decided to invest in new vans, especially as we're looking for better reliability. And what we liked about buying the new van is that it made sense to go ahead and invest in the wrap for the van and the better branding, which definitely made a great first impression to new customers and, of course, existing customers coming up to the delivery. Nobody had a question whether they were at the right place or not when they saw that van. So that was a big plus. The upfront cost to a Reefer Sprinter van is close to $50,000 to $60,000, and I still have that listed as a benefit because we found that as much as we were spending over time on maintenance and repairs on the used vans, the new van, 50 to 60,000, really wasn't any more cost when you consider the maintenance. The maintenance really did add up on the other trucks. So it's really a matter of when you're looking at new or used for a Sprinter van. In our opinion, it's really a matter of whether you're prepared to invest the upfront capital or not. Because it's over time on the used vans, you end up spending about the same amount. So plenty of space in these vans, as I mentioned before. Easy to find drivers to drive these types of vans. Good mileage. And with the new vans, highly reliable, low maintenance cost, and of course the great branding. So that's basically a rundown of the different delivery equipment options that we have gone through. Again, each one of these options has its pros and cons, and really you just have to consider where your business is, what your goals are, as far as what option might work the best for you. So I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to share with other farm friends that are doing similar things as we are and as you are, and we'll be back soon with another video. So feel free to share and like.